Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're making chicken parmesan. So here's the list of ingredients you're going to need just for the chicken cutlets. You're going to need some very thin sliced chicken breast. I have about 3 pounds here because I'm feeding about 6 people tonight. Now yours is going to vary depending on how many people you're feeding. I'm going to be using a couple of cups of all-purpose flour. You're going to need a couple of cups of Italian style breadcrumbs. I'm using Progresso, some freshly ground black pepper, and some salt. I'm using pink Himalayan salt. You could use kosher, works just as good. You're going to need a block of fresh Parmesan cheese. I have about a tablespoon of dried parsley. You're going to need a few eggs, and I have about a cup of milk there. You're also going to need some vegetable oil as well as some olive oil. I'm using extra virgin olive oil. I like the way that tastes when I'm making my chicken cutlets, but you can just use regular olive oil, it works just as fine. And that's it guys, that's all you need to make the chicken cutlets. Now for the Parmesan, I'm using my homemade marinara sauce. If you haven't seen that video, I'll go ahead and leave the link down in the description box for you so you guys can go check that out. You're also going to need some thinly sliced provolone cheese as well as a couple of blocks of mozzarella cheese. I'm using PollyO. I think it works best. It tastes delicious. It's the best mozzarella cheese that I have found and my family loves. And you're also going to need some fresh grated Parmesan cheese. So we're going to go ahead and start making the chicken cutlets, and then I'll show you guys what to do to put it all together to make the chicken Parmesan. So let's start cooking guys. Okay guys, so I have my station almost ready. I have my flour. I probably used 4 cups. Now remember, I'm making over 3 pounds tonight. I'm feeding 6 people. So that's why I have a lot more than you might need, or vice versa. You might need more. You know, just eyeball it to however many people you're serving. So you're going to need your flour. I have my milk and egg mixture that I haven't mixed yet. And then I have my breadcrumbs. So to my breadcrumbs, I'm going to add some nice dried parsley, and you want to flavor every layer. So to my breadcrumbs, I'm adding some pepper. To my egg mix, pepper, and then to your flour. Then you want to add your salt to the breadcrumbs, eggs, and then flour. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grate some fresh Parmesan cheese in our breadcrumb and egg, not in the flour. So we're going to leave the flour alone. So we're going to go and grate some fresh parm. Alright, that looks good for now. Give that a nice stir, incorporate everything. And then we're going to do our egg. We're going to scramble our eggs. Before we add the Parmesan cheese. That looks great. And then what I have over here is my chicken underneath paper towels that I've washed and is drying. So to the egg, we're going to add the Parmesan. Probably a little less that we did for the breadcrumbs. That looks good. Mix that in. Looks great. And then with my dried fork, I'm going to go ahead and mix in the flour, the salt and pepper. Alright. That looks great. And now what we're going to do is we're going to start breading our chicken cutlets. Here's my chicken cutlets. Now for this video, I'm not going to be doing all of it because it'll take way too long to bread and fry and whatnot. So I'm going to do a small pan for you guys, and then I'll show you what that looks like. So we're going to take our chicken. We're going to dredge it in flour. And what I have over here, which you guys can't see, is just a pan that I have a like a rack on top, and I'm going to be putting my chicken on it so that it sits. It gives it time for the breadcrumbs to adhere to it. So you're going to shake off the excess flour. You're going to dredge it in your egg mix. Let that drip off. Then you're going to put it in your breadcrumbs. Get that nicely coated. Shake that off, and then I'm going to put it over here on my pan. And then the next one, again, take it, dredge it in the flour. And what the flour does is it gives it a nice coating so that the egg can stick to it, and then the breadcrumb. Okay, so put it in your egg mixture. Let it drip a little bit, and then in your breadcrumbs. And I like to just, when I'm doing that, I just like to take the fork or whatnot. You could use your hands and just flatten it down so that it, you know, sticks really good to it. And then I'm going to put it on my pan. I'm going to move this cheese so that I don't get anything on there. Finish up, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay guys, so I'm going to go ahead and put my stove on medium high. We want our oil to get really nice and hot. Over here I just have my chicken cutlets that have been sitting probably for about 5 minutes so that all the breadcrumbs and whatnot can adhere to the chicken. So to the pan, now remember I said we're going to do vegetable oil and olive oil. I'm using extra virgin. It gives the chicken cutlets a really nice, delicious taste. So we're going to do mostly vegetable oil and then some olive oil. So the vegetable oil has the high smoke point, and then the oil, which gives it a really nice, delicious taste. So I'm going to take my chicken cutlets, and I'm going to place it in my oil. I'm going to do this one by itself. It's big. I'm not going to crowd the pan, because if you know when you're frying, if you crowd the pan, it drops the temperature of the oil down. So what we're looking for is a nice golden brown color when we flip it. It'll probably take probably about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. So we're going to let this fry for a couple of minutes. I'm going to flip it and I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's done. Alright guys, so it's been about 2 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and flip this. And that's exactly what you want, a nice golden brown. So we're going to let that cook on the other side for another 2 minutes. And what I have here on the side is just a plate with a paper towel to absorb the additional oil. And I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. Alright, that looks great. Again, we're going to put it on our paper towel lined plate. Let that absorb all the oil. I'm going to do my next piece. Now I could probably get 2 in this batch, because these are kind of skinny. Again, we're going to go ahead and let that fry on one side for about 2 minutes. Check it and then flip it, and I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. Alright guys, it's been about 2 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and flip it. Don't they look beautiful? It smells delicious in here, by the way. And then once we're done frying the chicken cutlets, we're going to go ahead and start assembling everything to make the chicken parmesan. Okay, that looks great. I'm going to take these out. Put them on my plate. So we'll be back when this is all done. So my chicken is all done and out, looking delicious. So we're going to go ahead and start assembling. What I have here is my homemade marinara sauce. I have my mozzarella. I have my provolone. And I have my block of Parmesan that we're going to go ahead and grate on the top, as well as some fresh parsley. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a pan. And we're going to put some marinara on the bottom of the pan, as much as you guys want. Now my family does not like a lot of sauce, believe it or not. Go figure. We're an Italian family, and my younger daughter doesn't like a lot of sauce. My husband doesn't like a lot of sauce. Now I like sauce, so go ahead and layer the bottom of the pan, like I said, with however much sauce you guys want. And then you're going to go ahead and put your chicken cutlets down on top of the sauce. That looks fine. And we're going to go ahead and put a little bit more sauce on the top. Now I leave the sauce on simmer so that whoever likes more sauce can always add more sauce to theirs. So you guys can do that as well. Just rub it on top. And then we're going to start with our cheeses. So I have my mozzarella. We're going to put that on each one. And then just keep on layering the top of the chicken, like so. Hey, you little cheese thief. Get out of here. I didn't even see her there. Okay, anyways, back to my cheese. My youngest daughter always steals the mozzarella cheese when I cut it. So just keep on layering it, however much cheese you'd like. Now this is chicken parmesan, so hopefully you guys are putting a lot of cheese on there. Okay, so once the mozzarella cheese is done, this guy needs a little bit more. You're going to do 1 piece of provolone per chicken cutlet. Like that. Then you're going to take your block of Parmesan cheese and grate that on top. Like so. And then we're going to take some fresh parsley and just sprinkle that. We're going to go ahead and preheat the oven to 450 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and place this in the oven for about 15 minutes, just until the cheese is a nice golden brown. So my chicken parm was in the oven for exactly 15 minutes, again at 450 degrees. And look at that beauty, guys. The cheese is nice and bubbly and golden brown. It's exactly what you want. Alright guys, so if you enjoyed this video, subscribe and put your notifications on so you guys don't miss any of my videos. Bye guys.